Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, please be sure and tap on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. I might also add, if you tap the little like button, we appreciate that. You know, I've gotten a lot of comments lately, which is really cool. Somehow they got lost in the computer, and I found some of them, and I've been answering them. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you sent me a comment and I didn't answer it, it wasn't intentional. So by all means, if it's something you need to know or something I can help you with, send it again if you didn't get an answer. But don't think that I neglected to answer it because for some reason I couldn't find it. Okay, just wanted to make that clear. I'm not that rude, honest. Today, I'm working on the Shovelhead. I need to put a new chain on it. And I realized, and this is true of Shovelheads, most people don't realize it. That's why I always talk about, please tell me what year and model and all that it is, because there are different Shovelheads. From 58 to 72, all Shovelheads, excuse me, all Shovelheads used the round swing arm, the early type round swing arm. 73 up, they used a square swing arm. Well, the only reason I mention that now is because I'm about to put a chain on this bike. And the fact that I'm going to put a chain on it changes the way the whole setup is, because 58 to 72 had a drum brake back here. 73 and later had a disc brake. This whole thing is a combination of my favorite things. Therefore, she has an early swing arm. She has a late model wheel. She has a late model brake and all that stuff. But the rules are all the same when you're aligning a chain. We don't have all the points to measure off of with this earlier swing arm. I could devise some, but I really don't care. So that's not going to be done that way. So the first thing, let me just get started on it here. Let me start by taking the chain off. Now I've already got the bike on the lift. The saddlebag's lifted out of the way. I've lifted the bike off of the deck here with a scissors jack and a speed handle. And I've removed the chain guard. So now let's get the chain off of this thing. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm sure I put it on at some point. Okay, let's find the master link. There it is. And we'll take a punch and just knock that master link right off of there. There's the clip, and I'm going to just knock it off with a punch. It's off wherever it landed. Oh, here it is. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to use the new one that's in the chain. Now we're going to get the master link to separate. Doesn't look like it wants to do that real easy, but well, got a tood. There it goes. So we'll need a little bit smaller punch. You don't want to hit too hard. What you don't want to do is bend your sprocket. My. There it is. So we can just take this down to the bottom and pull that out of there. Well, I'll put it back up here. righty. And there it is. Now we're going to put a new chain on it. And if I know me, I don't know how long this thing's been laying around the parts room, but it looks to me like I got certainly a longer chain than I needed, which is what I normally do. And that way I can cut it to length and make it fit. And so let's get it open and see what we got. Now, there are a lot of chains on the market. Find the one that you like best. This happens to be one I had in stock. Is it the one I like best? I don't think I have a one I like best at the moment. So let's get this chain out of here. And I'm looking to see if I can do it without ruining a perfectly good shirt. Let's get that bag out of there, or set it down and use it to put the chain on. Okay, now what we're going to do is, again, we know this chain is too long. I think it's 110 links, and I don't use 110 link. And if you have a Shovelhead, I don't know how long a chain you need, because I don't know what sprockets you're running. It varies with the sprocket. So we're going to put the master link off the old chain in here. And try to wipe my hands. But the two chains are now hooked together. So what does that mean? What that means is we're going to use the old chain to pull the new chain through. Now, if you have a bike that you've already removed the chain from, yeah, you can feed it through there with a piece of wire and get it down here at the bottom and pull it through, and it's not exactly a picnic, but this is certainly the easy way to do it. So we'll just keep pulling it up. And let's see. And here it is. Wow. Well, I'm looking at this chain. I'm looking at the axle. And I think I'd like it to be a little further forward in a perfect world. So I'm going to start with it a little further forward than it is. And we'll do that by backing off on the chain adjusters. Now, with this old round swing arm, we have the chain adjuster on the front here, whereas the later square swing arm has the adjuster in the rear. So you just take the jam nut loose, and then we'll move the chain adjuster off. There we go. All I want to do is run it forward a little bit. Excuse me, Mike, I've got to get to the other side of the bike and loosen the chain adjuster on the other side. Again, take the lock nut loose. Oh, I didn't clean this side up much, did I? Sorry, everybody. Housekeeping skills have kind of gone out the window. Okay. All I want to do is give it a little more play so I can start with the chain pretty much the length I want it. Okay, so the adjusters are backed off. Now we're going to loosen the axle bolt, and of course this old drum brake setup here, which is what all this is originally for. you've got a little different stuff than you do on a disc brake setup, which just has a nut and a washer over here. This one here, we took the axle nut off, and now we'll take this sleeve nut loose because this sleeve is locked in here. And we want the axle to slide forward. There it is. Now, I didn't get my favorite tool I use for doing this. I forgot to get that out. But here it is. Wasn't too hard. Now, what I want to do is not drop the chain off here, but I want to move that wheel forward. I'm not hitting it hard, but with this big mallet, a lot of weight to it, and it just kind of moves things around real easy like. Okay. So now we can look and see how much we want to remove from this chain. So all you need to count is the number of plates. See, it'll still take some tightening to do it. Yeah, there's where it's going to be. Okay, so the number of plates is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Yeah, 4. Okay. So now we'll take our new chain off. So we can cut it. All right. Now we'll take it over here, lay it down, and cut it off. That's what I need. Okay, so here is this wonderful chain breaker. One of my good buddies, an old customer of mine, bought me years ago. He got tired of watching me cutting these things off with a die grinder, and he bought me this beautiful chain breaker. And it is a beauty. So what we need to do, let's see. You know what? I'm going to put this thing in the vise and do it the easy way. I haven't used it in quite a while. There we go. There we go. Now we can even see it in there. And that's all there is to it. Kind of nice. All this is going to do is drive that pin right out of there. And once that pin is driven out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. They can switch to the other pin. There we go. This is a really nice chain breaker. I think it's an industrial one. It's a big, beefy one. I have no idea what one of these must cost, but it sure is a nice tool. And that pin is out. So now we'll take this out. I'm sure there was a quicker way to do that, but that pin is out of there. I have a genuine Harley chain breaker somewhere, and I really doubt it's like a 1940 tool. I really don't think it would break one of today's chains. But it's a neat thing to put in my showcase and look at it and go, wow, it's a neat old tool. And this chain breaker, I must say, is a lot nicer. I really thought I needed to take the second plate off. I didn't. Okay, we're ready to go. I was taking the second rivet out of that plate, and it didn't need it taken out. So now all we need is that master link. There it is. So we take it off of this end, switch it over to this end, so we can hook up the chain to it, the new chain. There we go. And what we can do is pull the old chain, which will automatically feed the new chain onto the bike. Now that's pretty cool. The only thing I need now, probably a pair of scissors. I'm not sticking this thing in my mouth. You know, like rip the bag open with my teeth? I don't think so. So here is our new master link, complete with its own plate and clip. So we can take this off of here. With this on here. Let's see if we can just feed that on real nice and easy like. Yep. Okay, now we need to put the plate on it. And see, it has its label on the outside. Now this plate may go on nicely. Oh, it is. Okay, sometimes they have to be pressed on. In fact, I think we're going to have to press this one on. Yeah. Well, we have a tool just for that purpose. Now, these tools are available commercially. This particular one is one my buddy made for me years ago. I do have a commercial one somewhere, but I'm just so used to using this one. So I love it. It's cool. And the way this works, is we put it on like this. Let's see, where is that plate? That's it right there. There it is. Thank you. Let's get it on there. And we'll put that on there. Okay. Now we'll put this on here. Turn this. I don't know what you're... There we go. And I have another nut here somewhere. Let's see. All right. This is really fun when the camera's on and you're trying to show how to do something and you have to stop and think. Okay. What this is going to do is press that outer plate onto the chain, the outer chain plate onto the chain. So we'll tighten it up kind of even like. And we'll feel it get harder to turn and we'll know it's on all the way. But this is the best way to put a chain plate on without damaging it. Like I said, I know these things are available commercially. I don't know who or where. My buddy Fred made this for me, oh, maybe 30 years ago. So now we'll take it off and we can put the spring clip on. If I didn't cover it up and lose it here. Okay, there's all the pieces of that. We'll put it over here with the other tools. And there is the clip. And let me bring this up onto the sprocket so you can see that that is pressed on there beautifully. You want to put this spring clip on so that the closed end is traveling forward. Otherwise, you're going to snag the bottom of it and it will come off. So right now, I'm going to put that on there. Yeah, let's see. Well, maybe we'll just do it that way. I didn't get it on there as far as I wanted to, but we're going to put it on real quick and easy anyway. And there it is. If you see the shape of it, you can see that it's spring-loaded if you put it on in this direction and the kind of bowed side towards you. Okay. Well, there it is. The next thing, of course, is to align it and set the tension on it. I think we did that in our last video of servicing Baby Doll. But let's get these adjusters here to kind of get a little better. You know, there are a lot of ways to adjust a chain and sight down it and see that the wheel is straight. With the old bikes, it's a little harder because you don't have all the reference points to do it from. The main thing is, and I mean to stress this a lot, when you're all done, you want to get that thing straight enough that when you sight down it, let me take this light and use it, and sight right down the chain, that it looks straight. And you can see it look straight. Now they make little laser tools for setting them perfectly straight. But the big deal, more than anything, is that you've got daylight on both sides of the sprocket teeth. If you've got daylight on both sides of those teeth, then the chain is tracking the way you want it to. And that's really what I want to say, because that's going to take me a little while to get it exactly as I want it. And you want to let the bike down and set the tension of that chain with the weight of the bike on it. Now, if you're a real heavy guy and you tighten that thing up too tight, back it off. Or you ride two up all the time, back it off so that it isn't too tight. If you look in the service manual on the old, let's see, on this one, this is actually a 68 chassis, so I used the 59 to 69 service manual just for the purpose of this video. Give yourself half an inch of play on that chain when the weight is on it. Like half an inch. This is way more than that. But like half an inch when the weight of the bike is on it, and that'll be a good starting place for what you need. And like I said, we went over lubing it and getting it all straight last time when I serviced the panhead. So I think that pretty well covers it. So I don't know what we're doing next. I'm trying to get everything caught up. So until then, I'll see you out on the road.